Tiger Woods is, I mean, in his heyday, is probably my favorite athlete. Because I was like older than when Michael Jordan was in his heyday. So I could really experience it. And I'll never forget my senior year in college, I was moving out. And all we had was a TV and watching him play Rocco on Sunday and then watching on Monday by myself in this house that was empty. He meant a lot to my sports watching youth. You know, I consumed, like a lot of people in the 2000s, Eldrick Tiger Woods. I love golf. He's the best golfer I've ever seen and probably ever will see. And there was nothing like him. And part of Tiger Woods, and I owned a ton of Tiger Woods polos, Tiger Woods hats. Even as I've gone bald, I've bought some of those Nike Tiger Woods hats because they cover my entire head. Anytime he plays, I watch, even though obviously he's very compromised now. I just think this Sunday Red thing is going to be a failure. And I think there are several elements to this. One, he wants it to be kind of like a higher end luxury brand. So I wrote down the prices. A ball marker is $50. A t-shirt is $70. A hat's $40, which isn't crazy. A polo is $120 to $150, which I'd say is a lot. A sweater is $2, and the pants are about $170. It's expensive stuff. Tiger Woods in his heyday sold a lot of shit. I've said forever that he revolutionized the business casual in America. Because forever people wore weird stuff. The polos were huge. Even go back to some of the pictures when he first started on tour. And then when they created that dry fit material, all the other companies followed suit. And everyone that worked, a white collar job that did not, or hell, farmers, I don't care what you did. Construction, if you were a construction management guy, if you didn't wear a suit to work, you could throw on a pair of jeans and a tucked in polo. That fabric, dry fit well. Everyone was wearing it all over the place. Changed the game. But he had two things going for him. One, he was easily, very early on, became one of the most famous athletes in the world because he was the best player at a sport that is just difficult because you're playing 150 people, and he was beating the shit out of all of them. He destroyed everybody. I mean, it was not a fair fight. And then combined with that, he had the Nike marketing campaign machine behind him. So Tiger didn't really have to sell. He just had to dominate at golf. And he looked so sweet in the clothes. And the Nike marketing machine was incredible with commercials. It was the ultimate combination of sales. It's like everyone wanted something with Tiger Woods. Even if he didn't play golf, probably had a polo, probably had a hat. You probably had something. And if you went into a store, you knew exactly what that was. The TW, the different colors, the Sunday Red. And then he created this company, Sunday Red, which, listen, creating a brand from scratch is tough. It's not easy to pick a name. Anyone that's read Shoe Dog, Nike was kind of randomly picked. It wasn't even supposed to be that name. So it's not some of these things that are created that now have a lot of brand equity. McDonald's was just the last name of the brothers that started the burger chain that Ray Kroc ran into and basically stole the idea from. So I'm not going to hate on Sunday Red, even though, let's face it, it's not that great. I would have just gone with TW. Here's the problem. Tiger Woods is not a sales guy. I watched some of the clips of him doing his PR campaign last week. One, it made me shake my head. It's not necessarily his fault, but his PR team sent him on what they would have done back in 2005. Good Morning America. Let's go on some morning show with Carson Daly. Let's go on with Jimmy Fallon. Who are you marketing this to? Let's face it, you're marketing this to someone 35 to 55 with a higher household income with some coin. Those people are not watching any of those shows. My mom watches Good Morning America. A lot of older people watch that show. But that's not who really Tiger Woods is marketing. He should be marketing this to me. A 40-year-old guy, plays golf, has a little coin, just would buy these clothes, potentially. Here's another problem. He's coming into a saturated market. Anyone that walks into a pro shop or a golf shop, there are a million brands that all kind of resonate with us. Travis Matthews, Johnny O, Peter Millar. And they're not cheap, but they have brand equity that I like the Travis Matthews shirt. It fits pretty well on me. I know a lot of people. I love Peter Millar. I love Johnny O. Buddy of mine, Chris, just got me a nice polo for taking him golfing a couple weeks ago. Johnny O. Looks sweet. So Tiger is competing against those, but those people are already pushing it hard, selling it. Tiger Woods not a very good salesman. One, I would have said, Tiger, don't do any of the crap, the morning shows or the late night shows. Go on some big podcasts or some big YouTube show. Go on Pat McAfee. Go on with Colin. Go on No Laying Up or Barstool. Go on Pardon My Take. Go on, go do something more relevant. To me, it just, these guys don't know how to sell. He never had to. He never had to sell. All he had to do was play and dominate, and that sold itself. And Nike was behind him. Well, now he doesn't have Nike behind him anymore. And his number one ability to sell was his play. Well, he doesn't play anymore. He plays like 4 times a year. And God love him, he's just not very good anymore relative to the dominant player that he once was. Like MJ hasn't dribbled a ball professionally in 20 plus years. It doesn't matter. He has Nike behind him. Having that backing, they do this naturally. So I'm watching Sunday Red. One, the marketing doesn't really exist because that's not the business he's in. And then Tiger is just to pound the pavement like High Noon. Why is High Noon so big now? They got with Portnoy, and Portnoy started selling the shit out of it. And now it's fucking everywhere. You need someone to sell if you don't just have like LeBron James or Kobe Bryant wearing your shoes. Because that was always Tiger Woods. Tiger was wearing it, so you wanted to wear it. Well, now, I don't care that he wears it. Barely breaks 75. Barely can walk 72 holes. I'm not trying to talk shit about him. It's not necessarily, it's kind of his fault, self-inflicted car accident, but it changed his career. So I'm just betting against his company. I do not think it's going to work. Because I'm the type guy who can walk into a store, and if I see a polo I like, regardless, I'm not going to pay $500 for a polo, but if I really believed in the brand, wanted to support it, liked it, I'll spend probably more than I should on a couple collared shirts. I would not buy these shirts. One, I don't even think the logo looks that good. Why would he not just continue somewhat of a similar logo? I've seen a lot of people say the famous fist pump, like Michael's logo is very just, you never forget it. It's etched in stone in our brains. And I think Tiger made a very, very bad mistake. But I don't even blame him. This is not his business. He does not understand because he's never really had to do it. So I guess I'm just shorting this idea. I do not think it's going to work. And that pains me to say that.